You are listening to the Daily Treasure podcast produced by Barking Ministries, and I'm Sharon Betters, and I'm so glad you're joining us for our series called The Valley of Tears. If you want to know more about Mark Inc., go to markinc.org, markinc.org, where you're going to find lots and lots of free resources designed to help turn your heart toward Jesus. Today's devotional is called I Am a Child of God, and today's treasure is from 1 Chronicles 12, verses 1, 2, and 6. Now these are the men who came to David at Ziklag while he could not move about freely because of Saul, the son of Kish, and they were among the mighty men who helped him in war. They were bowmen and could shoot arrows and sling stones with either the right or the left hand. They were Benjaminites, Saul's kinsmen: Eluzai, Jerimoth, Bealiah, Shemariah, Shephatiah the Haruphite, Elkanah, Isshiah, Azarel, Joezer, and Jashobeam, the Korahites. When we read the stories of God's severe judgment against the sinning Israelites, we might conclude he leaves no room for mercy. Look more closely and see that God's justice is always wrapped in mercy. 7 generations after the judgment against Korah's rebellion, the prophet Samuel is born through the line of Korah, as we read in 1 Chronicles 6 and 1 Samuel 1. Additionally, in today's treasure, we see David's mighty men included Korahites. And as trained warriors, they were involved in many military actions. But more important than knowing how to go to war, the sons of Korah were worship leaders during the time of David. David, himself a musician, put together a music program that included Heman, the Korahite, as a singer, as well as the Gershonite Asaph, and Merarites Ethan and Juthanan. These people led the procession when the Ark of the Covenant was brought to Jerusalem, as we read in 1 Chronicles 6. These are the men whom David put in charge of the service of song in the house of the Lord after the ark rested there. They ministered with song before the tabernacle of the tent of meeting, until Solomon built the house of the Lord in Jerusalem, and they performed their service according to their order. These are the men who served and their sons. Of the sons of the Korahites, Heman the singer, the son of Joel, son of Samuel, son of Elkanah, son of Jehoram, son of Eliel, son of Toah, son of Zuph, son of Elkanah, son of Mahath, son of Amasai, son of Elkanah, son of Joel, son of Azariah, son of Zephaniah, son of Tahath, son of Aser, son of Elisaph, son of Korah, son of Ishar, son of Kohath, son of Levi, son of Israel. The musical ability of the Korahites was not limited to singing in church. In the amazing story of Jehoshaphat in 2 Chronicles 20, the Korahites led the Israelites in singing before going into battle. Perhaps even more important than leading worship and being mighty warriors, the Korahites were doorkeepers and custodians for the tabernacle. They protected the king when he was in the sanctuary, collected and distributed the offerings, inspected sacrifices to ensure only those ceremonially clean could come into the courtyard, as we read in various passages in 2 Chronicles and 2 Kings and Ezekiel. We know God met the sons of Korah in their desperate need. Throughout the Psalms attributed to them are portraits of their gratitude for God's mercy and their passion for walking in obedience in response to His mercy. We've heard about the redeeming love of God in the lives of the sons of Korah. Though there was great sin in their history, God chose them to serve in His temple. As we have heard, they were highly respected and loved by the masses. Their story is all about God's amazing grace. Perhaps you carry baggage of past sin or the sins of others. I hope this message encourages you to trust that God is not finished with you. When you know Jesus, you can be free of the stranglehold of past sins and the pull of generational sin. His grace is enough. And oh Jesus, so many live in the shadow of shame, carrying the burden and maybe even scars of a parent's sin. Others carry their own shame for sinful choices. May we see your grace displayed to the sons of Korah is available to us as well. May we fully embrace your total and complete love for those who belong to you.
Thanks so much for joining us today for the Daily Treasure Podcast. And as always, we are grateful when we hear from you, when you share your stories of how God is using this devotional to help turn your heart toward Jesus. We're also grateful to hear about those of you who are using the book Aging with Grace in small group Bible studies or for personal study. So I want to encourage you, those of you who haven't gotten your hands on it yet, to check out Aging with Grace, a book that Susan Hunt and I co-authored. It's Aging with Grace, Flourishing in an Anti-Aging Culture, and you can learn more about the book by going to agingwithgrace.online. That's agingwithgrace.online. Thanks again for joining us, and we look forward to being with you tomorrow.